Hi, this is Kevin Pollock with the Mosby Heritage Area Association. Thank you for joining us for part 3 of our continuing video series, The Retreat from D.C. After inflicting severe damage to Jubal Early's wagon train on the Snickers Gap Turnpike, William Tibbets returned with his command to Hillsborough. However, he realized that his command did not get off completely unscathed. They had left behind one of their artillery pieces that they brought with them earlier that day because its axle had broken. Lieutenant William Jocelyn of the 21st New York Cavalry requested permission to go back and retrieve the gun. He was accompanied by 8 troopers, who rode into Purcellville and found that the gun had already been carried off by the Confederate forces. Jocelyn and his soldiers burned a few remaining Confederate wagons before turning back north towards Hillsborough. On his return to Hillsborough, as Jocelyn and his 8 troopers approached this intersection, 8 men in dusty blue jackets rode up to Jocelyn's soldiers and began starting a conversation. Suddenly, on a given signal, the 8 strangers pulled out their revolvers and killed Jocelyn's 8 soldiers and captured Lieutenant Jocelyn himself. As it turns out, those soldiers belonged to John Singleton Mosby's Ranger Command that was operating through this area for the last 28 months of the Civil War. On the evening of July 16th, the Federal soldiers stationed in Hillsborough began moving south towards the Snickers Gap Turnpike to try and intercept whatever was left of Jubal Early's army as it made its way west towards the Shenandoah Valley. Once again, near this intersection, as the Federals moved south, they encountered Confederate pickets, and a small but insignificant twilight skirmish ensued here at the Woodgrove intersection. By that night, Early's army had already slipped into the Shenandoah Valley. I hope you'll join us tomorrow for our next stop at Castleman's Ferry along the Shenandoah River, where we will cover the fighting that took place along the Blue Ridge Mountains and along the river in the Shenandoah Valley.